Hi guys, and happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, July 17th, and in cleaning up my craft room over the last 3 weeks, I found this card, and it's from my upline Peggy, and I don't know how old it is, but it's just a neat little card with a little tag in there. So we're going to be doing some fun stuff with that. I am going to be using some different die sets and some different stamp sets. Sorry, had to get that out for a second. So what we're going to do is, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do my tag as big as Peggy did hers, but we're going to be using Joyful Flurry. This is from the July to December catalog. It's on page 19. We're also going to be using some of those fabulous adhesives, sequins, all those wonderful accessories. Now, when I get a mini catalog, I put all of my new little accessories or add-ons into one of my drawers. So in here I have the snow fall accents. I have the pearls. These are beautiful. And I have some of these sequin backed items. So here's the different ones. We're going to use this. I don't know if we'll use the snowflakes, but we're going to be using this. All right. Put this back over here in my little acrylic stack set. All right, so we're going to be using Joyful Flurry. I already showed you where that is in the mini, in the July to December. We're also going to be using the sequins. Love the sequins. And also the tailor-made tags, which is really funny because my upline's website is called TaylorMade. Okay, so we're going to be using that too. All right, so all I've taken is, this is very vanilla, and we're going to cut this. People call it the hot dog style. If you have a card that folds like this, let me show you, like this is a hamburger. So we cut this like a hamburger because it's more. If you cut it like this, they call this hot dog. I don't know. It's something that went around a long time ago. So anyway, so we're going to cut this 4 1/4 by 11. Then, of course, we're going to score that at 5 1/2. So that's just your normal cardstock. Then we're also going to make a score mark here at about 1 1/2 inches. And we'll show you what that's for in a second. Okay. So let's go ahead and fold this. Let me get out one of my many bone folders. I have them all over the house today. And we're going to corner edge these. Now, we don't have our corner rounder anymore, which kind of stinks. So I'm just going to use this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let me grab a pencil from over here on my desk. I'm just going to go ahead and go. We're going to do that, and then we're going to do that, but we're just going to use these. So we're not just using these as a corner rounder. We're going to also use this in a little bit. Okay, then take your snips, and you're going to go ahead and cut that. You don't have to worry about racing the pencil mark because it's going to be folded over. All right, put that back on here for now. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to fold this back over. You know me, I like going on the back side because I think that lays flatter when you go on the back side. Okay. We're still not going to tape that down yet because we're going to also take one of our, and I think, because I love the snowflakes, I think I'm going to use fresh freesia and mint macaron, I think. I'm going to use fresh freesia and soft succulent. I'll use those. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this. I always do that. I found out to save putting so much ink on your background, if you just do it like this. Alright, so we're going to do it because we're going to fold that backwards. This is going to be how our card opens, either this way or this way. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go off the edge and just kind of lightly do that edge. We used to have sponges that we could edge with, but I think it's a nicer, soft effect to use the blending brushes. Get some of that up there. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but once you fold it against, you'll see it. And of course, against the very vanilla background, it seems even lighter. Oh, I don't know if I got into that corner. And let me go ahead and just go over that mark right there. Get the rest of that up. Okay, let's go ahead, put that over here for now. So now, let's go the other way. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to tape this down. Now, on Peggy's example, we didn't tape down yet because we used, back then, we had brads. Well, I'm not going to do the brads. I'm going to use my sequins, my sequin dies, and pop-up dots. So we're going to go ahead, I keep forgetting to fill my other one. We're going to go ahead and tape this down. Need to get my silicone mat. So we're going to go ahead and tape that flap back. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put adhesive here, but only after we do our background piece. If we're going to have a piece of background on there. So what I am going to use, let me see. I know I have it cut already. I just have to find. Maybe I don't have it open yet. Yep, here it is. Sorry. We have this from the mini catalog from the July December. It's this goes with the Splendid Day stamp set. And even though there's nothing really wintry on this that I remember, there's a lot of great little foil looks. So let me show you what I mean. Ooh, I'm dropping things all over. So see how they are, what the colors are? So nothing really that screams snowflake, right? But what I think is fabulous is that we're just going to put this that's on the inside here. We're going to use that for our inside. I don't think I have any piece yet, so let me go ahead and we'll cut that down. So what I'm going to do is where that bumblebee is, I'm going to make sure that that's part of that. And I think it goes to like 4 1/4, if I remember right. Yes. So see, you're not going to cut up any of that if you go at 4 1/4. So let me just go ahead there. And the back side is kind of a leafy thing. And we're going to go here. So that's going to leave about 3 1/2. See how that 3 1/2 mark is there? Then we're going to go ahead, and that's going to be our inside here. Again, we're going to have a little bit of a corner rounder we're going to do. So I'm going to, and I don't need a lot, I just need to go past the flap where I tape it down. So I'm going to go right about there. Let's see where that is. I'd say that's about 3 1/2, 4 inches. I'm just going to do 4 inches. And on this, I'm just going to kind of do my own corner rounder there. Just because with the foil paper, sometimes it takes on marks. So I don't like to draw lines on there. in case it puts that mark on. All right, let me get this all over here and throw it back here on my cot. Yes, I have a cot in my stamping room. In case I do all-night stamping, I can just lay down here for a quick nap if need be. Used to use it a lot more when I scrapbook more, but for right now, that's what I do. All right, so we're going to put this back here. I wonder if I want to do a little bit of stamping behind there. I think I will. I think I might do some stamping behind here too. But this is going to be folded down. Let's go ahead and do, oh, we'll just use those beautiful little dots. Look at that. Go ahead and get one of my smaller blocks. Oh, that's a way big block. I like using it about the size of the stamp so I don't get edges. All right. So, and we're going to stamp off. We're going to use both these colors, but we're going to stamp off once. I know you're not going to, oops, you're not going to see a lot of this. So let's do that. That's the soft succulent stamped off once. Here's this stamped off once. Well, I got a little bit of an edge, darn it. It's all right. I guess I didn't clean that or cut it as close as I thought I did. All right, so there we just have a little bit of a background. Let's go ahead now. Now we can put this down. Now on this, you only want to do the sides. All right. I should put my silicone mat down. I didn't think about that. I know. And I say that and I do it again, but it's all right. All right. And I went a little bit far in there, but that's okay. Now I have it on my fingers. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to put that down. This is already adhesive down because it's going to be that little tag that goes in. Remember? All right, let me put the lid back on for now. Let me make sure, oh, I do have a lot of adhesive. Let me just roll some of that up for right now. Okay, so let me go out and get my sequins. I'm going to grab out, I know it's under here somewhere. So here's where that fresh freesia is and the soft succulent. This is from the, oh, I don't know why that's in there. So this is from the in colors that are what I call legacy, which means they've already been out for a year, which means at the end of this calendar year, they're going to go bye-bye. So I'm going to use this die here, the sequins die. And we're going to put that on our plate 1 or plate 2. And we're going to put down the sequins. I'm going to just put it right in the middle because I don't want it to move. It's a long die, so I don't want it to move. And you're going to have, let me go ahead and close this quiet. I never realized how loud I closed it when I would just let it fall up by itself. All right, so look at all those wonderful little sequins. Put that over there. And what we're going to do is, I might have to go down in this drawer. So I have my dimensionals out, you know, in a plastic drawer right here. But I think I want to use the black because there is a little secret hole. So I think I want to use the mini blacks to go underneath that. Just because, sorry, I still have adhesive on me. Just because I think it'll be a little bit easier. And what I like doing with the black ones, I like leaving it down like that, putting this over, pressing down and bringing it up. Just something weird I do that way. Easier for me than placement than using this to actually try to push it right over that hole. So I can see if the hole is black, and then I can just bring it right up. There we go. These sequins we'll use sometime in the future. So let me go ahead. We'll put those in. I'm done with the sequins now. So where did I put? This is why I put things down on that right away. All right, I'll find it later. I'm missing a die somewhere. All right, I'll find it later. I know it's out here somewhere. I wonder if I shut it in that, or if I left it. Oh, I bet you I left it. I did. Left it on there. Sometimes you think these things have legs. They seem to move all over the place. All right, so I'll go ahead and put that back in there. All right, and put it over to the side here. I'll move these. I'll put those in the drawer. So I always have the black ones in the drawer now instead of down here below my desk. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to put the sequins there, the sequins there, and then even though it's a little off color, we're going to use this darker, and I'm going to just go like this, and I'm going to leave a little extra here, cut it off with the snips. All right, so you see how we have, I'm going to bring it down this way. I'm going to bring this around. I'm terrible with ribbons and bows. Anybody who's watched any of my videos knows that. All right, so we're going to just kind of go there. Pull that through. I thought I saw it. Oh my goodness. Let's try that again. So I'm bringing this around and I'm pushing it through. My goodness. All right. And then we're going to go ahead. Oh, all right, guys, I've really ruined this bow. So guess what? I'm going to do it really small. And that's going to be my problem. So I did it too small. And this is why I don't do ribbons. I should use the embossing, the reverse tweezers, because that really helps. All right, you know what? I'm not going to fool with this. I'm just going to go ahead and go like this, and leave it as just a good old square knot. Maybe I'll tie a bow later and cover it up, because then see, this starts to fray once you start to mess with it too much. All right, this is why I don't use ribbon a lot, or I don't use it on camera a lot. Maybe I should say it that way. All right, let me put that back in my little ribbon drawer. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to decide which. I think I want to use this one. It's the Season of Magic and Wonder. Go back into that drawer. I need to use a little bit bigger one because I don't want that not to be. All right. I didn't want it hanging off the edge. That way I know I get a good stamping. Pretty good. Oh, I have adhesive there. Let's see. I want to make sure. Let me get to a clean color of my microfiber cloth. I don't want to use my fingers that might have ink on it. So there's that. Let's go ahead. You know, I don't know if I'm going to put, maybe I'll just put a little, I don't know if I'm going to put a tag on there. Let me see. kind of like this one because it mimics like the round edges, but that's awful small. So you know what I think I will do? I am just going to go ahead and grab, let me see if I have a piece of soft succulent. I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make my own tag. And this is what I'm going to do. Let's see. Let's make it about 4 1/4. How about that? 4 1/4. And let's do you know what I'm going to do? Here, let me think. It's hard to think some days, you know. I want to make it about that wide. So how wide is that? That's about 2 3/4. So let's go 2 3/4. Oh, it has to be, let's go, let's see, maybe 2 1/2. So what I want to do is I want to pull this through and use that for my top. So let's see if that works now. Just a smidgen more, looks like. So let's just go. So this is ending up to be 2 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this through. See how I'm pulling that through this punch? Oh my gosh, really? All right, let's do 2 inches because I've completely ruined that corner now. So I'm going to take a little off this side. Oh my goodness. Let's start all over again. This is what happens. All right, we're going with 2 inches. This is what happens when you don't plan out a card. All right, so let's go through here. We're pulling it all the way through so that that top part will have a little bit of an edge. So I'm getting it just a little bit lined up so that it's on both sides of that little point there. And I'm going to press down. So there, that's how we made a tag. Oh my goodness. Those can go into my little scraps. Yes, I do keep any strips like this because I don't know if you saw earlier when I was showing hamburger versus hot dog, but I use every once in a while, and it's usually the last Saturday of the month that I make a bunch of strip cards with all the strips from all my videos all month. But I'm going to be in Iowa next weekend, so I'm going to pre-record, hopefully, my videos for next weekend, and hopefully this time I'm going to be in Iowa. I've had my second booster. Everyone in Iowa had it from last trip that I was supposed to be there, so I'm pretty sure that we're pretty safe for not getting any sort of sickness. All right, so let me go ahead. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take, so if this is, let's see, it's 3 1/2, so I'm going to do 3 1/2, and then we're going to go 1 3/4 because I know that strip was 2 inches across. So right, and if you want to mimic that corner, again, you'll just pull it through. You'll go on one side like that. See how I'm kind of putting that corner under there, brought this corner up. And then I'll do that again. Bring your card through. Flip this side up. So see, that's on the outside. There we go. Somewhat mimics that tag. All right. Let's see where my snowflake, or it's not Snowflake Flurry, that was the designer paper. So here so we have, it's the season of magic and wonder, joy, whatever that is. See, when I cut these, when I trim these down, I didn't have the labels on them. So I have extra part of the labels, and it tends to stick down more than I want it to on the these things, the container. All right, so I'm going to do this in the soft succulent to bring in that other color. I'm going to do it a little bit lower. Oh, I'm going to have to angle it, I think. I don't know if the S made it. Oh, it did, just barely. Whew. Okay. I'm not going to deal with the putty thing today. I'm going to go ahead and just use my scissors, my snips, to put these sequins down. There you are. Now I'm going to go ahead kind of mimic that up there. Wonderful. All right, so now we're going places. All right, so now this is going to go in here. You're going to put it just so you see those little jewels. You could put ribbon on if you want to pull it up. Or you can just have it so you see there's very little words in there. Now we're going to go ahead and stamp down here. I'm going to use this big one. I'm going to do this kind of as a center focal point. And I'm going to do the two smaller ones on either side and the soft succulent. Okay. Got a few more blocks. It's always good to have extra blocks. All right. And this I'm going to do in the succulent. Remember, go off once. And there you go. There's your card. Let me show you the original from Peggy from we don't know how many years back. So here's the original. And then here's mine. But it is going to fit in an envelope. If you want it, you can always, let me grab. If you didn't want to send it as just a pocket card like that, you could always. Yeah, no, that doesn't look great because this is a layer. This will show you. You could always put it on just a panel card if you wanted to, and for a little extra support. But this works out great. You have places you can write a message there. And of course, you have the whole back section here to write your message to. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope you had a great weekend. Have a safe week upcoming. And we'll see you again next weekend. They will be pre-recorded, but they'll be released on Saturday and Sunday.